Okay, till now in Parliament we discuss about what are the composition of Parliament. Right, Parliament consists Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and President. That we discuss. Then we discuss about composition of Lok Sabha, composition of Rajya Sabha. Okay, qualification to become the member of Rajya Sabha, qualification to become member of Lok Sabha. Then we were discussing about disqualification. Okay, so we also discuss the disqualification of member of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Then we have another disqualification is there, which is applicable for member of Parliament, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha as well as the state legislature. Okay, so that disqualification it is called Anti-Defection Law. Anti-Defection Law. So what is that Anti-Defection Law? Okay, and why does it came into the picture in Indian constitutions? So the reason was very simple. Okay, in Haryana, in a single day only, many MLAs are there, right? They switch the party from one party to another party, then another party to another party, like that they have switched MLAs, right? To stop this kind of defection. Defection in Hindi we call dal badlu, that means changing the side. Defection, right? They are in one party. Okay, after elected as a MLA or MP, they are shifted to another party. That is a defection. So to stop this thing, this law came into exist. When our constitution was made, at that time this was not there. This law was not there in our constitution. It was added to the Indian constitution by 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act, and this is in 10th schedule of Indian Constitution. So anti-defection law, it was in 10th schedule of Indian Constitution. When Constitution was made, it was not added. Okay, then why this law came? As I mentioned, that to stop the political defection, so that stability should be there in the government. Right. Generally, it is a problematic when any of the parties unable to form the majority in Lok Sabha or State Assembly, then coalition government will be there. Okay, with a support of 2 to 3 party each other, and suddenly one party member has jumped to the another party, so coalition government will fall, instability will be there. Okay, so to overcome this thing, this law came into exist. It was added by 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act in 10th schedule of Indian Constitution. Okay, then what are the grounds of defection? Means what comes under the defection, what does not comes under the defection. So here there are 4 grounds of defection. What is that? Any legislature, any party legislature. Here there are different things. Party member is different, party legislature is different, right? Okay, party legislature is nothing but who contests the election from that particular party and won the election. That is the party legislature. So any party legislature, either a MP or MLA or MLC, state legislature, right? If they are voluntarily giving up the party membership, if they are voluntarily giving up the party membership, okay, or resigning from the party, or resigning from that particular party, then that legislature will be disqualified on the grounds of anti-defection. First thing. Okay. Then second thing, what is that? So here, every party, every political party in India, okay, they have a right to vote. Sorry, party legislature, they have a right to vote. Okay, and they can vote yes or no. So here, if you observe in Indian political system, those party legislature has to follow the instruction given by their party. Right. For example, BJP party said to their MP to give yes to that bill. Yes to that bill. So that party member has to give yes vote to that bill. Right. Now, who will check whether that member has followed the instruction of the party or not? Whip will be there. Every political party in the legislature, house of legislature, they have their political whip. Those who monitor the discipline of that particular political party legislature, and make sure that the legislature are following the instruction which is given by the party. Right. So second disqualification defection, that if the political party legislature abstain from voting, means not decided to vote, or vote against the political whip, or vote against the instruction given by their political party, then that legislature also disqualified under the grounds of anti-defection. You are understanding? First, if resigning from the party. Second, not following the instruction of the party, right, in case of voting in the legislature house. Third, what is that? Third, it is related to independent candidate. There are a lot of independent candidates are there, right, who won the elections. So any independent candidate, right, after winning the election, joining any political party, then at that time also that independent candidate will be disqualified under the anti-defection law. Got it? Okay. Then next, what is the next ground of disqualification? Any political party member who appointed as a member of parliament or member of legislature assembly, here not elected, appointed. We discuss, right, in prime minister also we discuss, a person who is not a member of a parliament also can become the prime minister, can appointed as a prime minister, but the condition is that within 6 months of such appointment, that person, prime minister, has to become the member of parliament. Minister also same case, right? So any person, okay, who appointed as a chief minister, prime minister, or a council of minister, okay, appointed, not elected here I am telling, appointed, right? Appointed means that person is not a member of the legislature house, right? Then after the expiration of the 6 months, okay, if they join the political party after the expiration of 6 months, if they join any political party, then that legislature will be disqualified under anti-defection law. First, resigning from the party. Second, not following the party instruction. Third, independent candidate joining the party. Fourth, nominated member joining the party after the expiration of 6 months. So these are the grounds for defection. Right. Now, any exception is there? Yes. Exceptions are there. So what are those exceptions? Party legislatures are there, right? Party legislatures. That means elected members, either MLA, MLC or MP. If 2/3 member, earlier 1/3 was there, but by 91st Constitutional Amendment Act, there is a provision added that 2/3 of those legislature, who agreed for party switch or party merger, who agreed for switch of the party or merger of the party with the other party, then there is no disqualification. Okay, 2/3, it is mandatory, 2/3 of the legislature. Earlier it was 1/3, now it is 2/3 under which act, which Constitutional Amendment Act? 91st Constitutional Amendment Act. Okay, so this is the first exception. What is the second exception? It is not presiding officer, chairman, speaker, deputy speaker, or deputy chairman are there, no? So they will not be disqualified under the anti-defection law. Okay, for example, ruling party member elected as a speaker. After elected as a speaker, if that person resigns from that party, then it will not considered under the anti-defection law. So that is also an exception. Okay, then who decide the disqualification on the grounds of defection? Presiding officer. Who will decide? Presiding officer. In case of speaker, in case of Lok Sabha, we have a speaker. In case of Rajya Sabha, we have a chairman. In case of state assembly, we have a speaker. In case of state council, we have chairman. So those people will determine. That means, in short, presiding officer will determine the disqualification on the grounds of anti-defection law. Understood? Right? What is anti-defection law? When it is added, what are the grounds of anti-defection and what are the exception? And next, what are the issues with this law? Is this law is a good or not? Any issue or concern? Yeah. So there are certain issues are there. What is that? There is no time limit. No time limit has a given for the speaker to decide the disqualification. Okay. And next, curb freedom of speech. How? Now take an example. Any party legislature, right? So he has to vote on a particular bill according to the direction given by his party. Right? That means he is not voting according to his freedom. So that has been curbed, that has been taken away from that legislature. So that is also a problem, and it is failed to distinguish between the genuine dissent and mere defection. Simple. Dissent is nothing but not agree. So there is a possibility that particular legislature, right, it is not agree with the instruction given by the political party. Right. For example, Lok Sabha MP, he want to give yes to the bill, but his party has said no. Right. So here it doesn't come under defection. Right. He is acting according to his consciousness. Right. So that is a dissent which is going against. That is not a defection. But dissent also considered as a defection under this law. You are understanding? So that is also one of the problem in this law. Then what about the judgment of the Supreme Court? What Supreme Court says regarding this anti-defection law? So we have one case, that is Manipur speaker case and Manipur MLA case. So under that case, Supreme Court ruled that, okay, what speaker has to decide the defection within how many months? 3 months. Earlier time limit was not there. In the constitution also it is not mentioned, but Supreme Court in this Megha Chandra Singh versus Speaker of Manipur Assembly, in that case Supreme Court ruled that speaker has to decide this disqualification or anti-defection case within 3 months. Also suggested that one independent tribunal can be established by the speaker. So the tribunal can deal with the defection case. Right, so neutrality should be there. Neutrality and speedity should be there. Why? Because speaker is busy in some other their day-to-day work of the assembly, right? So independent tribunal should be established. That tribunal will investigate the case of defection. So that was the judgment given by the Supreme Court in this case. Then one more case is there. What is that? Ravi S. Nayak versus Union of India. Very long back, 1994 case, right? So here in this case, Supreme Court ruled that the speaker should act as a neutral. The speaker should not act according to the instruction given by his party. Sometimes this will happen. Ruling party will tell the speaker. Speaker is from ruling party only. Ruling party will tell the speaker to disqualify him under defection. Influence can be there. So Supreme Court ruled that in Nayak versus Union of India case, the role of the speaker should be neutral. Okay, it should not be a biased. Okay, so this judgment also clarified that MLA MP can be disqualified even without resigning from their party. They can be disqualified. Okay, and next, one more case is there, Kihoto Hullon Zashilu. That is very famous case. Under this case, Supreme Court ruled that the decision of the speaker comes under judicial review. If it is a malified, unbiased, unconstitutional, right? If speaker do investigation of that anti-defection, if that investigation is biased, malified, false information, misconducted by the speaker, then in that situation, that member can file a case against that defection in Supreme Court. So judicial review is there in this anti-defection law on the decision of the speaker or presiding officer, not only speaker, presiding officer. Then recent judgment, last year only there was a issue in the that Kaushik Reddy versus Telangana. Last year there was an issue. So in this issue, Supreme Court, okay, has urged Parliament that review the speaker role and make certain or necessary changes so that the anti-defection law is timely and fairly implemented. Okay, so these are the decision of Supreme Court related to anti-defection law. Okay, next.